Hi everyone. I just wanted to take a little bit of time today to talk about what's coming up in Nutrition 696, and we are really on our home stretch here. So as you can see here, by the end of this week, you'll be doing a little midpoint presentation to talk about your study design, your logic model, your goals and objectives. And this just gives everybody a chance to, revisit and revise anything that I suggested for your last study design paper. So you can just really set yourself up for success for the rest of the semester. Now, on the 15th, which I actually moved to the 16th due date, so you'll see the due dates one day later by midnight, is your feasibility review assignment. Now, this is going to look a little bit different for everyone, and so just really take some time in the next couple weeks on the discussion board to kind of talk through what you're thinking, and I'll be a little bit more of a participant on the discussion board this time around to kind of, talk about, what you might want to be thinking about in terms of how to make this feasibility review work for you. So on the feasibility review, there is a lecture which is about developing health communications campaigns. There are some readings which are just helping you understand the stages model for public health policy, thinking about health communication, what's the message and who's listening, and then thinking about understanding readiness for taking action. All of these will be helpful readings to guide you towards your assignment. So I really tried to do some shorter targeted readings here. And then there's a discussion section as usual where you can share all of your ideas. And I would say, just do a lot of back and forth here. Don't worry about creating something that's final so far, but just kind of talk through how you want to present this information in your paper. I'm not going to be very strict about exactly how you're presenting this information as long as it's presented. And I've given you some tools under your assignment in order to kind of help you out. So the real goal of this is to add 3 new sections to your paper. So the first one is assessing readiness for policy change. So for some of you, it might be, you're working on an educational program and you're thinking about who am I going to be working with and how ready are they to implement this educational program as a policy? Or for some of you, it might be, you've been working with key stakeholders and you're really thinking about how likely is it for this policy to actually go through. You're also going to be doing some identification and analysis of stakeholders and their interests. So for some of you, your entire research is on key stakeholders and interviews and things like that. And so, when you're looking at the power interest grid, you might be able to go a little bit more in depth on something like this than somebody who is thinking about more of an educational program and is working with key stakeholders to maybe turn that educational program into a policy. So those of you who are really doing community-based participatory research, this might look like a big chunk. And for those of you who are doing educational programs, it might just be a short paragraph. And then you're going to be developing a health communications campaign. So this is really where the lecture comes in, and you want to make sure that you're completing the elements of a strategic communications plan from that lecture as you write in your next section of your paper. So these are the 3 spots that I want you to add to your paper, and how you do that. All of these links and things are really to help you out in how you want to, portray that information. But all of you have done such a nice job this semester in being creative and moving in, in your own sort of pace and your own way. And so don't be afraid to do something that's a little bit different and check in with me, just to see if that's okay, or communicate with people on the discussion board. Okay. So, as I said, at the end of this week, you do have your assignment of submitting just a short video, 5 to 10 minutes, what's happening in your project and in your paper, and where are you going from here, just a little update for the class. And then the feasibility review is due in around 3 weeks, and so you have a little time to kind of plan and think about that. And so after this, there's only one more additional piece of your paper, and that is the outcome and process evaluation piece, which a lot of you are carrying out already, and it's just about, writing through how are you carrying out that evaluation that you talked about in your study design. And then you'll have 2 weeks to kind of make any revisions, put it all together, and then your final paper will be due on the 15th. So really, we're almost done with our papers. I know it's been, a long year, and we've gotten to know each other, and you've gotten used to my methods, and I've gotten used to your writing styles and the way that you all need to be communicated with. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing the final products of everything. And yeah, I'm a little sad that this semester is going to come to an end in 6 weeks, but I'm sure you are all very ready to move on. So really look forward to reading through all of these things and to see these final products very soon. Have a great week, everyone, and let me know if you have any questions.